Hello. If you ever wondered what does it take to get to that point B, or what does it actually take to become that billionaire, or like a loving version of you, I don't know what your ambitious goal is or what you're dreaming about, whatever it is. But if you ever had courage to ask yourself deep within this question, who do I need to be to actually have that vision, that dream, like my norm, like my standard? This video is for you. And I'm gonna put an answer up front, but you would have to watch it till the end because you're not gonna get what I'm about to share with you just from this one phrase. The only thing that separates you from this point right now and that you who you're dreaming to be or get, whatever, is your connection to your higher self, your connection to your intuition. I'm gonna elaborate, trust me, and I'm gonna be concise, persuasive, and if you watch this till the end, like I don't care about the algorithm, I just want to convey the message. If you watch it till the end, fuck, you're gonna walk out of this video completely different version of you. So let's go. I'm gonna be practical as fuck because our life is right here, and I'm a big fan of integrating whatever theories or whatever insights I'm getting into the material world. All right. So I've been experimenting with my intuition for the last like 7 years actually. Right after I've got my first meditation done 7 years ago, and yesterday, it, my intuition was so fucking loud, so that it has helped me to create numerous examples that I'm about to share with you today. That when you are following your intuition, you're gonna be rewarded beyond measure. Like you will get so much more than you've dreamt about. Okay, let's go. So, yesterday morning, for the first time, I'm hearing this thought like, you gotta rewatch Interstellar movie. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I didn't really follow through that. Then, in a couple of hours, I'm seeing a reel on Instagram with a Russian dude, um, like, creating a scene from Interstellar movie in Russian in his own life, and I'm like, fuck, dude, like, okay, you are being pretty clear what I gotta do. So immediately after that, I'm stopping everything I'm doing and turning on the Interstellar movie. And right after like 5 minutes of watching it, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like literally seeing answers within me to the questions that I've been working on for months in my own personal shift, in my own personal transaction to a new identity, to a new me who has a different life, right? Getting this wanted results. And I'm like, fuck. That's so much clarity on what I need to do, on what I need to focus on, and it gave me so much energy. Like literally I've got so lit up, and it lasted for a long long period of time. And within that period of time, when I was really hyped, not even hyped, but like inspired by what I've discovered about myself due to the movie, I've connected to my vision, where I'm going to, on a sensory level. I literally felt like that me who's got what she wants, without fear, without doubt. And it was like literally the first experience at like for me in this transitional period. So let's just cut the crap. I'm feeling I'm like um, going away a little bit, given too much details. What I want you to get from this first example is that if you are hearing a whispering voice that you gotta do something. You'd better act on it because it's that version of you who you want to become is sending you signals through your intuition. And if you don't like, if you can't differentiate between the voices, you just gotta meditate more. You gotta observe the thoughts, and um, Dr. George Spencer does an amazing job on that. He has two meditations, like morning meditation and night meditation, where he's leading us, guiding us through this process of getting familiar with our past self that is lacking what we want, and with this new self that has what we want. And I've been doing this consistently for quite some time now, and fucking hell, this is that's fuck. It's crazy. It's great. Anyway, so you really gotta get familiar with your limiting self thoughts so that when they are like calling you, you're like, dude, sorry, not now. And when you are familiar with your known thoughts, this voice of intuition is gonna stand out from the crowd of your thoughts, and then you can act upon it, and then you can do this quantum leap, or like you can literally shift your timelines and your energy, like you're elevating through it. That's first example. um then something crazy is happening. um I'm leaving my house today in I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you in my pajamas, shorts. Like they are very short, and it's literally my pajama. But I styled it, and I felt so great about it. It was so authentic, and it just felt natural to go this way. I really enjoyed this look, which means, like, if I was acting authentically, that means I was true to who I am. And the second thing that I want you to get from this video is that the shortcut, the shortest way, the rightest way for you to get where you want to be is to be who you truly are, to be authentic in your vibration, to be so connected to who you truly are. And it feels like joy, it feels like freedom, it feels expansive. You always know when you are acting from your true self, or when you're following or guiding some limiting voices in your head. So I've really followed my calling inside in the morning while picking up this outfit. Listen closely now. So I've done my workout, I've done like some great stuff during the day, and then I'm walking in the town downtown in the city where I'm living at right now. And I'm like reading through the energies from the people watching at me, and like their fear, and like, what the fuck are you wearing, or something like that. And I've heard this voice inside of my head, and I was like, fuck. well okay, I'm not gonna change it, but I felt this. I've lost a little bit of my energy on that. Listen up. And then I'm hearing this thought: you gotta go to Lutheran church. You just need to go there, grab a cacao, sip on it, and just sit there and meditate. It's like a church and a coffee shop in the same place. And I'm like, okay, all right, let's go. So I'm grabbing my cacao, I'm going to the church, and then a woman who works there, I think she owns the place, she's like, she's picking up on me, and she's like, you can't sit in a church area with the coffee. And I'm like, oh, you can't drink it there. And I'm like, okay, then it's just gonna stay here, and I'm not gonna drink it. And then she's like, oh fuck, whatever, just stay and do whatever you need. But and then I'm picking up a book. I love doing this, like, messages. Like, if you are looking for supporting your journey messages, you're gonna find ones. I always do. I believe in that, and I recommend you also do. And you trust yourself. Anyway, I'm picking up a book I'm opening it up, and it says, and God asked Adam, why did you choose, why did you eat this apple? And Adam, oh, no, 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 the first phrase was, and then they felt naked, and they decided to hide. I'm like, fuck, is this real? Because that's exactly what I felt like 10 minutes before I entered church, like naked. And I felt this like rush of shame for like a minute, not less than a minute. But anyway, and then I'm like reading through a book that shortage that I've opened up, you, you know, and it just describes this place in the Bible where God says, okay, now you, Adam, you're gonna like suffer from this. And then he asked the woman, why did you give an apple to Adam? And she's like, your snake gave me this, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like reading this, and I'm like, fuck, there should be a great pathway for me, like to expand my consciousness through this thing. And then I'm like taking the picture of it, sending it to ChatGPT, and I'm asking him like, dude, you gotta expand my consciousness on that. You gotta show me like what that means for my consciousness and like what is that. And it's crazy. It's like, I swear to you, it's crazy. His ChatGPT says like, that's a great illustration of how you are disconnecting from who you truly are when your ego starts to be born, and when you are following up with your ego, you are living in separation with who you truly are. Your intuition is who you truly are. Your authenticity is who you truly are. And I'm like, fucking hell, this is crazy. Crazy. So what would be the main point in here is that you gotta follow your intuition, you gotta follow your heart, you gotta follow your vision, because there is no separation in it. You gotta expand your consciousness and dig deep within to unite with who you truly are, to raise your vibe to your authenticity. You can look up you can look it up in David Hawkins' consciousness map. It's a great thing, a great tool to remind you when you're like on a journey of transformation, of change. He listed all the like emotions on the vibrational scale, and authenticity is one of the highest vibrations ever, like near love and gratitude. Yeah, I think it's somewhere there. So, and then the third point, you follow along. And right before I entered the church, I've like heard this voice. After you go to church, you gotta go to that place with your cacao. You're gonna take your cigarette, because you know it gives me the vibe that I'm like installing in my standard toolkit of my new identity. You know, like this chill inspiration inspired me anyway. So I'm doing this after my church, and on the way to that place, I'm receiving an experience that I was only dreaming about having. Like, okay, I'm gonna be really practical. So I want to be working with Lewis Hamilton one on one, and before this point that I've just told you about, I would just like think about it, and a couple of times I would really have a vivid emotional state of like connecting him to his higher self and like seeing him achieve whatever the fuck he wants. And today I was like, I've seen this scene in the timeline where he's calling me, and I'm like naturally responding, yo, what's up? And he's like, Apollo, well, I've lost that state of being that we've meditated with you, and I need you back. Like, we need to work more on like my limiting beliefs, you know, like I need that high vibe consistently, so get your ass in here. And I'm like, yeah, dude, sure, I'll be there like in 30 minutes. And it was so fucking natural, and I've never felt this natural about this scene or working with him before. That means that I've collapsed timelines within me. I've elevated my consciousness, my frequency to be who I want to be. And then, right before I started recording this, I'm I'm crossing the road, and I'm like, fuck, I wish I could have like seen 888 Cyan because it means so much to me. And then I'm hearing this voice of mine. It was already my voice. Like, I know that I've made it myself, and it says, why would you look for something externally when it is already internally? Let it go, dude. And I'm like literally breathing out. I'm like, yeah, I know it is. Like, I'm in the right place. And immediately right after that, like within 30 seconds or like even less, there is a car coming my way with that number 888. And I'm like, fuck, this is good. This is so divine. Fucking hell. I gotta share it with the people. They fucking gotta do their inner work and trust their intuition. So, you guys, your intuition and this consciousness, this life force within you, it's a real deal. About the Interstellar movie, I haven't finished my point. So I've been watching it yesterday, and then for the second round, when I was watching the movie, there was this scene with Anne Hathaway where she gives this talk about love on a spaceship already, yeah, to McConaughey, to Coop, and she's like, "Love is the only fucking thing that we can trust. Like, it's so beyond ourselves." And then I started crying so fucking much because I realized that first I heard this question, why do I even trust love? And then I realized that for the last 7 years of my life, I've done nothing but explored my connection to higher intelligence. Yes, like I was running back and forth, like in my doubts, fears, and all of this, but there was never a shadow of a doubt that I should be I should be walking any different pathways in my life. I've been devoted to connecting to higher intelligence, to my 5D self, for the last 7 years straight. And it gave me this amazing feeling of being connected to who I truly am, and that everything is like just fucking divinely perfect, and that, mm, how would I put it? I forgot the thought that I wanted to say. Um, like, find what you love, and always, day by day, every single day, when you lose your shit, you just come back to your center, which is love. Train yourself, like rewire your brain to tune into love every day. Find space and time for it, arrange it, and every time when you go to love, when you trust it, you are co-creating your life with the divine, and you are on a mission. You're not just a random program, you know. You're not a program anymore. You are consciousness, and you are influencing the world with your vibe. Fucking hell, isn't that amazing? And then there's this phrase in the movie where I think, yeah, it's again, and Hathaway's, like, her character said to McConaughey, like, he's like, Coop, we are explorers. And fuck, that that is what inspires me the most and frightens me the most at the same time in this life. I don't care about like the outside picture that much, for sure, for real. I'm exploring my connection to love. And when I'm aware of it, I am invincible. I am true to who I am. If you are an explorer, just fuck your fears and doubts and just explore the love within you. Guys, that's amazing.